Monkey!
Adventure game, please. Solving riddles, great and small. Adventure game, please.
Adventure games, he loves them all.
Every day is a new quest, exploring north, south, east, to west. Point and click to find the answers that we seek. Adventure game, please.
Ahoy!
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 Ahoy there, fellow adventurers! So, the time has finally arrived to return to Monkey Island. Unless you've been living in a dark cave like good old Herman Toothrot here.
Herman Toothrot?
I think so. It's been a while.
You'll already know all about how this is Ron Gilbert's mighty return to the series, and the official follow-up to Monkey Island 2, which ended with more questions than answers.
Who are you people?
Just the same old family you've always had. Thank you for hunting down your brother like we asked, Chucky dear.
You boys didn't get in any trouble now, did you?
So, does this new monkey explain the secret that adventure gamers have been fantasizing about all these years? Well, as my three-headed monkey likes to say...
Let's find out, shall we?
If you're unfamiliar with the previous games, there's a scrapbook that gives some background on the life of mighty pirate Guybrush Threepwood, from the first Monkey Island back in 1990 to Tales of Monkey Island in 2009.
Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride.
There's also an option to choose either casual mode for the busy on-the-go player, or hard mode for the pro adventure gamer who wants it all. Oh yeah, I want it all! Give me the full monkey! And so an unexpected story begins, which is ironic as this game is certainly unexpected for a lot of fans who thought they'd spanked their last monkey. The game picks up exactly where Monkey Island 2 left off.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Oh, I see. So those weren't Guybrush's parents after all. Everything makes perfect sense now. Doesn't it? This prelude is really just a tutorial to get the player used to the interface, and learning how to do things like running,
I win!
or skipping dialogue in case you're not interested in knowing everything about anchors.
Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because...
Soon, Guybrush Jr. meets Guybrush Sr.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey kids, having fun?
Yeah!
I love how he's called Boy Brush. Wouldn't that make Guybrush Sr. Man Brush? The whole game is framed around Man Brush telling Boy Brush a new story about the secret of Monkey Island, which is an excellent way to open the game, made even more excellent by Boy Brush picking his nose. The opening shot of Melee Island deep in the Caribbean is sure to give longtime Monkey fans goosebumps. I love revisiting old locations like this years later and finding out how they've changed over time, just like going back to Downton train station in Darkfall Lost Souls. The old lookout is still standing by the fire doing his lookout duty, and the scum bar is by the docks like always.
Some things never change. The scum bar will be here as long as there are pirates. Damn pirate wannabes.
I wonder if the pirate leaders are in there.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back. I'm guessing they're in the back.
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
I'm not quite sure what to make of this lot, but they do get their own rocking version of the Scum Bar theme. Let's talk about the art style, which is obviously very different from its pixel art origins, and not to everyone's liking. So much so that Ron Gilbert was put off showing more of the game, saying that the joy of sharing has been driven from me. I admit this is not a style that would usually appeal to me, and Guybrush looks like he's been picking his nose too much, but I quickly grew to love the game for what it is. So what is it? Well, just like Phantasmagoria is all about drain cleaner.
What? Drain cleaner?
Return to Monkey Island is about mops. No, seriously, you actually have to make your own mop. The cook in the Scum Bar kitchen teaches us the true meaning behind the mop.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning.
Feels like I've heard that before somewhere.
This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
In order to make our own mop, we first have to find the mop handle tree, which is somewhere in the forest.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Looks like we'll need a map from our old friend Wally.
Well, look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
What Guybrush did to Wally in the past, though, is nothing compared to what he is about to do in his epic quest to make a mop. One outrageous act that proves his steadfast determination to discover the secret at all costs, even if it makes the poor little woodland critters cry. To quote Shakespeare, that's fucked up. If only Guybrush's true love Elaine knew what he's been up to. Her personality is much more cheerful here compared to her previous salty self.
You've probably got to get going.
You say goodbye first.
No, you say bye first.
No, you say bye first.
Alright, well I guess you have to go now, huh?
Yeah, but you say bye first.
Nah, you say bye first.
No, you say bye first.
No, you say bye first.
Okay, fine.
Of course, Monkey Island wouldn't be the same without the voodoo lady. This time, she finally tells us her name.
It is Corina.
Oh, okay. Corina. Nice. Somehow it was more exciting before I knew that.
That is true of many things.
She also gives us an important item.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way. Think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints.
Oh, like a hint book. That's right, this book can be used to give in-game hints, which is always a welcome addition rather than resorting to an online walkthrough, for those fortunate enough to have either an internet connection or a magic voodoo cauldron. There's also a to-do list which comes in very handy, especially later on when it's easy to lose track of everything going on in a mighty pirate's life. So which other familiar characters can we find around here?
Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Carla the Swordmaster is now governor of Melee Island instead of Elaine. So what's our beloved Plunder Bunny doing now? Well, apart from being happily married to Guybrush, she's running a scurvy prevention program and even has her own island completely covered in lime trees. Why lime trees, you ask? Well, back in the 18th century, the British Navy believed that limes were the cure for scurvy, which earned them the nickname Limeys from the Americans. Those Yankee Doodles, how could they not believe in the power of the lime? Scurvy Island is just one of the new locations we get to visit later in the game. Another one being Terror Island, which I actually didn't find all that terrifying, although getting lost in this maze of dark caves was kinda scary. Don't worry though, we can always say the magic word to escape.
XYZZY. Wow, neat! It's magic!
Of course, this is a reference to the Colossal Cave text adventure, which is being reimagined by Ken and Roberta Williams and their new company, Cygnus Entertainment. And if you'd like to know more, just watch this episode of the Adventure Game Hotspot podcast. Anyway, back to reuniting with some more old friends.
Guybrush Threepwood? Ha-ha!
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan. Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all the government's fault. Nothing suspicious at all. But what's Stan doing here? Maybe he knows where the secret is.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice.
Stan's not selling used ships anymore, but he turns out to have an important part to play in the story, apart from being the mastermind behind giving you a totally useless piece of horse armor in your inventory if you pre-ordered the game.
Would a set of horse armor do you any good?
Oh, it already has. What a fantastic marketing gimmick. Everybody's a sucker for horse armor.
Wait, aren't we forgetting the most important character besides Guybrush? His eternal arch nemesis, the yin to his yang, the most fearsome force on the high seas.
Murray?
Indeed, I am Murray, the all-powerful demonic skull.
Yes, you guessed it. Murray, everyone's favorite talking skull, is back, and he fits right in with all our other inventory items.
How's it going in there, Murray?
I didn't realize how hard it would be to see anything from your pocket. Good thing I have excellent hearing.
The danger of being part of Guybrush's inventory, though, is that sooner or later you'll get used in service of the almighty quest.
I would admire your methods if they had been used on someone else.
Thanks, I guess.
Murray is also instrumental in solving this puzzle, where we have to play the opening of LeChuck's theme tune on a bunch of skulls.
Ouch! Hey!
Do, mi, so, fa, re. Okay, so what I meant to say before Murray stole the show is that LeChuck is back with a vengeance.
Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed!
Ah, he's so deliciously evil. As with the classic LucasArts games, there's no risk of dying even if you try jumping off a cliff, although if you stay underwater for long enough, you'll eventually drown. I wasn't expecting such a sad end, and there are moments like this that give Guybrush's life deeper meaning. There's a new museum on Melee with objects from Guybrush's adventures on display.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
I guess you could say we're all Guybrush Threepwood in our own way.
Hi, my name's Guybrush Threepwood, and I want to be a pirate. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood, LeChuck-busting stud.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood, and I'm a mighty pirate.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes they did, yes it was, and they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
This wouldn't be Return to Monkey Island without returning to Monkey Island, and some of the same landmarks are there, such as the giant monkey head, and the lookout point with a view that can be described in many words.
Spectacular! Incredible! Magnificent! Breathtaking!
The thing I love both here and in the game as a whole is how alive everything feels. Snails slither on the rocks by the beach, Ants march along in the jungle undergrowth, and this crab looks like it's dancing at a rave. If we manage to get past the strict customs regulations, we can also sail to the island of Bermuda. Sorry, I mean Bermuda. Why is it called that? Because it's so cold there, you'll freeze your mighty pirate nays off.
I'm freezing my royal Rastafarian nays off.
Here we must defeat the Queen of Bermuda in 3 contests. Ah, just like the 3 trials to become a pirate. We also have to find 5 golden keys that have been lost over time. Fetch quest! Bring out your fetch quests! This kind of thing is the lifeblood of an adventure game, and I felt driven to complete everything in my desire to discover the secret, though I wouldn't go as far as Guybrush in depriving the woodland creatures of their home.
Another resource has given its all in support of my personal goals. It's what nature is for.
I won't spoil what the secret is or how the game ends, but Boybrush pretty much expresses my initial reaction. There's a treasure trove of achievements to get which encourage replaying the game. One of my favorites is the hot-headed achievement by convincing Guybrush to eat the infernally spicy baked Alaska. Another is the dental Samaritan for returning Stan's lost toothbrush, which I was convinced was the solution when the voodoo lady, aka Karina, asked us to find the bite of 1,000 needles.
The bite of 1,000 needles. Can you be a tiny bit more specific?
No.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Come to think of it though, if a toothbrush really did have 1,000 needles, that probably wouldn't be so good for dental hygiene. Several achievements involve answering these trivia questions, like what does Guybrush wear under his pants? If you've ever caught him with his pants down, you should know the answer. Be careful though, because if you get a question wrong, that trivia card is lost forever. If I had to give this game a score, I'd give it a solid 7 rubber chickens with pulleys in the middle. Return to Monkey Island scratches a fan service itch that just has to be satisfied.
Say it.
No!
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic, stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes!
Now get lost.
Huh? Yep. How was that?
That's disgusting.